Compassion hasn't doomed us all.
Do you accept the gift that I offer? Look what we have here. An intruder. I bid you welcome. Care to join in our revels?
I take it you're Uldred.
Oh, very observant. I'm quite impressed you're still alive. Unfortunately, that must mean you killed my servants. Oh, well, they are probably better off dying in the service of their betters than living with the terrible responsibility of independence.
Yeah, probably. You're turning these people into abominations.
And freeing them in the process.
I'm not sure that's
A
right.
mage is but the larval form of something greater. Your chantry vilifies us, calls us abominations, when we have truly reached our full potential. Look at them. The chantry has them convinced. They deny themselves the pleasure of becoming something glorious.
You're mad. There's nothing glorious about what you've become, Uldred.
Uldred? He is gone. I am Uldred, and yet not Uldred. I am more than he was. I could give you this gift to win. You and all the mages. It would be so much easier if you just accepted it. But some people can be so stubborn.
Of course they are. You're trying to destroy their lives.
Resistance. Everywhere I go, resistance. How very inconsiderate. I even have the first enchanter on my side, don't I, Irving?
What have you done to him?
Stop him. He is building an army. He will destroy the Templars and...
You're a sly little fox, Irving, telling on me like that. And here I thought he was starting to turn.
Never!
That's enough out of you, Irving. He'll serve me eventually. As will you.
No. I won't. I'd rather die.
Killing you would be a waste. Your raw potential, with the strength of a demon behind it, would be unstoppable. I can do that. I can give you power and a new life.
I'm sorry, I can't let you do that.
I don't think your opinion matters. That is what I've decided, and that is what will be done. Fight, if you must. It will just make my victory all the sweeter.
Don't forget the litany. It will thwart Uldred's attempts to control the mages and win this fight for us.
Holy balls. What the fudge, man?
I'm too old for this.
Irving, are you all right?
I've been better. But I am thankful to be alive. I suppose that is your doing, isn't it, Wynne?
I wasn't alone. I had help.
The Circle owes both of you a debt we will never be able to repay. Come. The Templars await. We shall let them know that the tower is once again ours.
Very well, lead on.
I'll need you to guide me down the stairs. Ugh, curse whoever insisted the Circle be housed in a tower.
Irving? Maker's breath. I did not expect to see you alive.
It is over, Gregor. Aldred is dead.
Aldred tortured these mages, hoping to break their wills and turn them into abominations. We don't know how many of them have turned.
What? Don't be ridiculous.
Of course he'll say that. He might be a blood mage. Don't you know what they did? I won't let this happen again.
I am the Knight Commander here, not you.
Well, what does the Knight Commander think then?
We have won back the tower. I will accept Irving's assurance that all is well.
But they may have demons within them, lying dormant, lying in wait.
Enough! I have already made my decision. Thank you. You have proven yourself a friend of both the Circle and the Templars.
What about the Darkspawn? I require aid.
I promised you aid, but with the Circle restored, my duty is to watch the mages. They are free to help you, however. Speak to them.
You mean the first enchanter?
Yes, Irving. For now, I will have to oversee a sweep of the tower. There may be some survivors, and we should do our best to tend to them. Please excuse me. And Irving, it is good to have you back.
I'm sure we'll be at each other's throats again in no time. Here we are, the tower in disarray, the Circle nearly annihilated. Oh, it could have been much, much worse. I am glad you arrived when you did. It's almost as though the Maker himself sent you.
I'm glad I could help.
From what Gregor said, it seems that you came here seeking allies. The least we can do is help you against the Darkspawn. I would hate to survive this, only to be overcome by the Blight.
So I have your word.
You have my word. As first enchanter, the Circle will join the Grey Wardens in the fight.
Irving, I have a request. I seek leave to follow the Grey Warden.
Wynne, we need you here. The Circle needs you.
I appreciate the sentiment, Irving. But the Circle will do fine without me. The Circle has you. This woman is brave and good, and capable of great things. If she will accept my help, I will help her accomplish her goals.
My head is just crazy. I would be honored to have you join me, Wynne.
You were never one to stay in the tower when there was adventure to be had elsewhere.
Why stay when I can be of service elsewhere?
Then I give you leave to follow the Grey Warden. But know that you always have a place here. There is much to be done here, and I must go. You must forgive me for not being a proper host.
Can the Circle go to Redcliffe to save a possessed child?
The child is possessed. But killing the demon would mean killing the... Unless you intend to enter the Fade. Yes, it can be done with a group of mages. I shall gather what mages I can, and we shall leave promptly. A life is at stake.
Woo woo. Woo woo. Alright, Wynne. Willpower. And magic. Next. You definitely need that. Play! I went to Calenhad. Now I need to go to Redcliffe Castle, because we're awesome. Ow. Ching!
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Bannorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards. An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
What the crap?
Ah, a fellow traveler of the fair lands. Are you a seeker, perchance? My packs are light, but I have a tome of strange origin. The Deus V Eternus, rumored to be the last message to a sinful world from the Maker himself.
Did you sell a few copies in the Circle Tower?
I have no idea what you're talking about, and neither do these large men carrying swords. Get them!
One sec. Sorry about that. Sit back to this. Alright, who am I fighting? Not exactly sure where these fireballs are coming from. Hopefully it's his people, because I have no idea where that shit is.
Where do I go?
Ah, that guy up there. Alright, Win. Number 1, resurrect. Number 2, there we go. Alright, let's get back to it. Ow. I didn't realize this thing was actually physically digging into my head.
Oh, right.
Alright, let's go.
Yes.
I do not like this talk of possessions and spirits and...
There you are.
It is unnatural.
We have brought lyrium and begun preparations for the ritual. We can start any time.
Do you have any last minute advice?
It truly depends on the manner of demon. It sounds like a spirit of greed and desire, one of the more powerful in the hierarchy. It will likely engage you in dialogue and tempt you with an offer. Avoid it. Making deals with demons never turns out well.
So only one person can go through.
Yes. We haven't sufficient lyrium at present to send more than one mage into the Fade.
Sure, this is the only way.
It only works because the child gave himself to the demon willingly. If the demon takes over the host forcibly, we must slay the abomination. We have only enough lyrium for one attempt. I hope you succeed. Such a young lad deserves better than execution.
Let's do this now.
I'm glad we decided to take this route. This is really the best option.
Very well. Who will go into the Fade?
Wynn is going.
Then let us begin forthwith.
Alright, Wynn.
Is that you, Connor? I can hear you. I'm coming.
You got this, Wynn.
Father! Where are you? I don't understand. It's so cold. I want to go home.
You there? Have you seen my son? I can hear him, but I cannot find him. This blasted fog has me turning in circles.
You are in the Fade, my lord. A demon has you trapped.
Demon? Fade? Is my son in danger?
He is. But I will do my best to see that all of us emerge from this unscathed. Trust me, my Earl.
Yes, I trust you. We must help my son. But I can never find him in this fog. You must find Connor. Please, I beg you. Is anyone out there? Hello?
Why are you still going?
Who are you? Are you the one that made Father ill? Tell me now.
Child, calm down. It's all right. I won't hurt you.
No! You're here to hurt Father. I know it. I won't let you.
The stance. No, I'm like 100% sure that that's not the end of all that.
As you say.
You're the one making Father sick! I'll help him! You can't stop me! Why do you keep hurting me? Why are you trying to stop me?
Listen to me. I am just trying to help.
I will not speak with you! Trespasser! I will drive you out!
Get out of here! You have to get out!
Father wanders, seeking me, trapped within my web. All is as it should be. Why must you interfere?
Because you have taken a child and trapped a good man in this place against his will.
No. It is time for you to go now. Do not persist, or things will go very badly for you.
You're on the floor.
Very well. No more illusions.
Now we meet face to face. You see my true form, and stand in my domain. It is here I am most powerful. And yet I have no wish to engage your power, nor should you be so eager to engage mine. Perhaps we should converse instead?
Nope.
There will be no discourse between us, demon.
Alas, that is sad. Very well then. If you wish a battle, you will have it. Let us see if your power matches your boldness, creature.
So it is over. Connor is his old self. He does not seem to remember anything, which is a blessing. I suppose we will need to send him to the Circle of Magi's tower for training, once the war is over. It's so odd to think of the boy as a mage, of all things. Eamon has much to mourn and rebuild should he recover. But at least he could be thankful that both his son and wife are safe.
I owe you my deepest thanks. I can scarcely believe Connor is the boy he once was.
There is still the matter of Jowan. His poisoning Eamon began this whole mess, yet he lives. I must decide what becomes of him. We will hold him for Eamon to decide his fate. If he doesn't recover, Jowan's fate is sealed. What do you think?
Do whatever you want with him.
Very well. I shall have the mage imprisoned again for now. But our task is not done yet. Whatever the demon did to my brother, it seems to have spared his life, but he remains comatose. We cannot wake him.
The urn. The urn of sacred ashes will save Eamon.
I will seek out this urn.
Thank you. I am grateful for your eagerness to help restore my husband. Find Brother Genitivi, the scholar, in Denerham. He has been researching the urn's location for several years now. The knights that returned say they were unable to find Genitivi. But perhaps the Maker will lead you to him.
I must go to the hall and begin rebuilding. I wish you luck, and may the Maker go with you.
All right. Hi, Connor. Getting very sleepy. Ah. Alright, we'll be back. Visit later. Right now, I need to get back to my camp. I haven't been back there in a while. Ugh. Can't wait to take this wig off. See it's itching. I don't know. It's like, wigs are kind of cool, but I don't know how some people can be all like, yeah, I love wigs. I wear them all the time. These things itch like crazy. Yay. Ooh.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
Ugh. I think it turned out quite well, don't you?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to.
It would have been hella easier not to save the boy.
It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Isle that much.
You're welcome.
Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
Nope, not Tuesday. But I do got something for you.
Oh, this is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
I found it in Redcliffe Castle in a study.
Oh, the Isle's study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Perhaps you mean more to him than you think.
I guess you could be right. We never really talked that much. And then the way I left... Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity.
It happens.
I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. Huh. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
Of course I remember. You're special to me.
Is this the part when the music starts and we begin dancing? Because I'm game. Where's the minstrels?
Yep. Such a nerd. Let's go for the nerd, guys. What the hell is wrong with me? Alright. What else? What else? Alistair and Rufus love me. Liliana. Can't give her that yet. Nope. I don't remember if she likes that. Chantry amulet.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Maybe not. Sten likes.
I am impressed. My thanks. Unexpected. Thank you.
Dude, like, you're in love with me. Stop it. Alright, and... let's see, when... I forget what kind of crap she likes. No.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
Welcome.
I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Ow. Haha, Morgan is in love with me. I'm kidding. She likes jewelry.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Silver bracelet.
Interesting.
Shining gold ring.
Interesting.
Tribal necklace.
Interesting.
Damn it. I don't know who likes this steel. Shit. Rose of Orlais. Who takes that one? I know, I Google so much crap. I don't know why we didn't have gifts for the dog. No, what the fudge? I don't even know why there are gifts for the dog. Because the dog automatically loves you. Gift. Trusty's Grace. I can't get that to her yet. Blue scent and boots, better blue scent. And shape of puppies. Add the finishing touches. Alright. Bronze symbol of Andraste. Chantry amulet. Come on. Edge silver. Cute nug. Silver sword of mercy.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Alright, what about when? Forget what kind of crap she likes. Gifts for Sten, paintings, portraits, sword, water stain, portrait. Gifts for when? Fancy scrolls, tattered notebook. Oh, that's right, she likes books. The Rose of Orlais.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
Truth carpet. Wine. She loves her some wine.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
You're welcome, wine. Because I'm awesome. Teven Dalish gloves. Medium silver bar. Wait, who do these bracers will go to? Or is this just one of those random? It's just one of those random ones. This was the dog. That was Agra. Locket, gold, not golden. Gold demon pendant, amulet. It's a dog. Stone dragon, Perception demon statue. Journey challenge dungeon sealed, black rune stones. Okay, well.
Did you always live in an alienage? Was it very terrible?
I had my family. There was joy there too.
That is good to hear. I have never been to the Denerim alienage, but I hear that life is hard and there is so much squalor. In Orlais, most Alvan servants live in the homes of their masters, often in great wealth and luxury.
I did not know that.
I've known elven servants with servants of their own. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at.
So, enough. I know she continues like a prize-winning animal.
No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry.
Apology accepted.
Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about. Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
My hair? Thank you.
It's very nice and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. One year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels.
Poor birds.
Yes, I don't envy them. She never washed her hair. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
Well, we are friends, aren't we?
Yes, very much so. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
You are a treasured friend, Leliana.
Thank you. I am honored that you feel that way. Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
Why did you decide to come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated, and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais, and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
What happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecilie let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecilie than my mother.
Do you remember nothing of your mother?
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andrastis Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Oh, yes. Andrastis Grace for Leliana.
Flowers? Thank you. They're very pretty.
Smell them.
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you. Thank you so much for remembering.
That's what besties are for, Leliana. Just saying.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about Orlais?
I miss Val Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val Royeaux was her own person. and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
It sounds wonderful.
Oh, it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course, there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
What sort of things?
Dresses, fine dresses and furs. And shoes, of course. One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very fashionable. Almost ridiculously so. But the shoes. Living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
Shoes are shoes. Oh, I love shoes!
When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps. Or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
Well, that sounds so lovely.
I had my eye on a pair my shoemaker was working on. It was covered in pale blue silk, with amber beads on the toe. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
They're comfortable.
They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
Indeed we do, Leliana. But I got to choose some shoes. Shoesy shoes, shoes. There you go.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now we should be besties. Sten. This took me a while for Win. I'm just gonna talk to her a few times. Alistair.
Something I can help with?
Oh, nothing, never mind for now. I'll be back later.
You called. Speak, then.
That's
And I
enough.
suggest we move on.
Alright, let's go.
As you wish.
We're gonna get your sword tomorrow. How about you, Alistair? You got anything to talk about?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yes.
He does.
Do you know what this is?
That's
Picked it in Lothering. I remember thinking, how could something so beautiful exist in a place with so much despair and ugliness? I probably should have left it alone, but I couldn't. The Darkspawn would come and their taint would just destroy it. So I've had it ever since.
Why are you telling me this?
I thought that I might give it to you, actually. In a lot of ways, I think the same thing when I look at you.
Aww. Thank you, Alistair. That's a lovely thought.
I'm glad you like it. I was just thinking, here I am doing all this complaining, and you haven't exactly been having a good time of it yourself. You've had none of the good experience of being a Grey Warden since your joining. Not a word of thanks or congratulations. It's all been death and fighting and tragedy. I thought maybe I could say something. Tell you what a rare and wonderful thing you are to find amidst all this darkness.
Aww. I feel the same way about you.
I'm glad you like it. Now, if we could move right on past this awkward, embarrassing stage and get right to the steamy bits, I'd appreciate it.
Ooh, the steamy bits. Sounds good. Off with the armor then.
Bluff called. Damn, she saw right through me.
You're so cute when you're bashful.
I'll be... I'll be standing over here. until the blushing stops. Just to be, safe. You know how it is.
Oh, Alistair.
Your desire is my command.
Oh. Well.
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a
I
time
like how I
as
go to
any talk,
parade
right?
rest every single time.
Aha!
I give him
I
a
see
smoochy smooch.
talking isn't quite what you had in mind. Got it.
Like he's like making out with my nose. Is that what happens when you're an elf? People make out with your nose? Alright. Let's see. Anything new from Liliana?
Something I can help with?
Nope. Let's go check out my dog.
Your dog is filthy.
What?
I can smell him 50 yards off.
Hurt his feelings. I'm sure you're exaggerating.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Bathe? Can't you just not smell him? He's a warhound, not some pampered and powdered lap dog.
I suppose that's true. Just make him sleep over on the other side of the camp. With Alistair. With any luck, that will keep all the stench confined to one small area.
That's funny. Oh, you go puppy. You move with you go puppy. Rubbing your little belly. Ah. I know I call him a pampered pooch, but you know, he's my baby. Let's be honest. Alright, Win. What's up, dog?
It's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
I think it's emphasized the boobs with the outfits. Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
There's still some life in those old bones, I bet.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time. But
You really
there's
don't look that old.
always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
It should be kicking around for years yet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't. Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Well, there was Connor.
Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
But it is this knowledge that drives you to be cautious.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity. Their humanity.
If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Anytime, Winnie Pooh.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Killed some guys and Duncan recruited me. The short story, I met Duncan and he liked me. Duncan took me from the alienage and saved me from prison.
Ah, I see. Do you mind if I ask what you did?
I killed the Arl's son for hurting my friends and family.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should not have brought it up. It must be an unhappy memory.
Bastard deserve it. I'd kill him all over again if I could. No, it's alright, you didn't know.
It sickens and saddens me to hear what men in power inflict on those who they ought to serve and protect. I have heard stories that some Templars who hunt Maleficarum do not end the hunt with a clean death, that they subject the victim to countless abuses and indignities before they finish it. But this is just a rumor. Regardless of what happened in your past, I am glad you found a place with the Wardens, as I'm sure you are too.
I just hope that I can show the strength Duncan saw in me.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
How does she know about the joining? She ain't no Grey Warden. I thought it was a secret.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
It means I've been chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
Getting the chills. You mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men. And you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I suppose that makes sense.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it, and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
So in a way, having power confines you.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome. You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
Do you know about Alistair and me?
It's hard not to notice the doe-eyed looks he gives you, especially when he thinks no one's watching. It's almost too sweet for my tastes, and I'm an old lady who should be making lace hearts and fuzzy blankets with animal motifs.
What were you going to say about us?
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. Alistair is a fine lad, skilled in battle, but quite inexperienced when it comes to affairs of the heart. I would hate to see him get hurt.
What about me? Not worried about me getting hurt?
I am worried about you both. There is great potential for tragedy here. Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person, who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
I don't want to have to make that choice.
Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. I want you to be aware of this.
Alistair and I can handle whatever comes our way.
If you insist. I have given my advice. Do with it what you will. What's on your mind?
Oh, are you feeling better now?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better today.
Please let me know if there's anything I can do.
Well, thank you for your kindness, my dear. It certainly warms these rickety old bones. What's on your mind?
I was just thinking about being a Grey Warden.
Is something troubling you?
Everyone expects so much from me.
No one said it would be easy. You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight.
I don't give up easily.
And that gives me hope.
Obviously. I've been doing everything the hard way.
Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old?
I knew they were respected in the old days.
It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago.
Go on.
The Blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of Darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men.
And what happened then?
The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching Darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead, and the last Darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back, and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
When did this happen?
This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden.
Oh, well, thanks for that heartwarming story.
What's on your mind?
As a Grey Warden, I'll never lead a normal life, will I?
No, you won't.
Oh, well, you're reassuring. But I don't think I was ever meant to be normal.
I don't think so either. You would not have been happy living a dull, uneventful life, dying in obscurity. You wonder sometimes, don't you? If your life would be better if you weren't who you are.
A little.
When I was a young woman in the tower, I came to the realization that the circle would be my life, and I would know no other. Family, love, a simple life. These were things that others took for granted, that I would never have.
Grass is always greener on the other side.
It made me very moody. All I could think of was being trapped in that tower with no way out and no end in sight. I started hating my life and myself, and one night I found myself in the tower's chapel. I was seeking refuge, maybe answers.
It's hard to... Oh, okay. Did you find anything?
I must have looked tearful or made some noise, because the revered mother came out and decided to speak to me. And because I had no one else to talk to, I talked to her. I must have said many silly things, but she told me that the Maker puts us all on our paths for a reason, and fighting our intended course is what causes so much anguish.
I think she's right.
I thought the old biddy was full of rubbish. I was 15, maybe 16, and I knew everything. So I left, but I always found my way back to that chapel. And as the years passed, I began to see the truth of her words. We were supposed to be polar opposites, mage and priest. But we weren't. There was much about us that was the same.
I suppose priests have to give up a lot, too.
The revered mother had lived in the chantry all her life, as I had been in the tower for all of mine. She taught me that you can find your family in the people around you, that you can love your work and find fulfillment in duty. And there is joy even in self-sacrifice. If you put others before yourself, then their well-being is yours, and their happiness is your happiness.
It won't be easy to live that way.
You can scream and cry and be angry about life as a Grey Warden, or you can accept it and allow yourself to see the good in it. This is your choice. What's on your mind? It is no trouble.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected.
I think that's... Alright, let's see. Feast day. Stick for the dog. Puppet for Canary Prayer of the Dead. Wow. Kristen. Pet Rock is for Shale. What just happened to my phone? Fat Loot is for Liliana. Rare Antivan Brandy for Zevran. Amulet of Memories is for Win.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
Well, that is fantastic. Everybody needs that. Jeez Louise, this lady loves me.
What's on your mind?
Nope, nothing.
It is no trouble.
Woot woot. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to Morgan again.
I await your command.
Oh. I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Never mind. I think that's it. I'm gonna talk to my doggy.
What's on your mind?
I'd like to ask you some crap
I will
about the
answer
circle.
to the best of my ability.
Alright. What was life like in the tower?
I would be lying if I said it was easy. First, there were rules, and we were constantly watched to make sure we behaved appropriately. Then there was the study of magic. We had to cast the spells just so, control the effects completely. A single word spoken incorrectly, a gesture out of sync, and lack of focus. And we needed to have perfect focus, or we would be in danger.
At least you learned the dangers of magic from the circle.
Without the circle and my mentors, I would not have been where I am today.
Good to know.
And there was joy in life at the circle. The joys of fellowship, in knowing that you were not alone in your struggles. Perhaps it was like your life in the alienage. The people outside may have shunned you, but you didn't care because you were surrounded by your kind, your family. We are not so different, you and I.
How did you become a mage?
People don't become mages. They are born mages.
I already knew that, but I had to ask the
talent
question.
just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the Circle. I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
What about your family?
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome. The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
Serves him right.
He ran screaming, dripping head and all, to his mother. I was shut up in the barn, with a bowl of water and a crust of hard bread. The Templars arrived several mornings later.
Were the Templars mean to you?
One of them ignored me, but the other was kind to me. He gave me sweets, and even sat me on his shoulders once, when I wanted to look over a high wall that ran along the road. I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life. I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
That's a great story.
Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the Circle.
There's nothing else I want to discuss right now. Yeah, there is. She has lots of questions.
What's on your mind?
I'm asking more about the Circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
Of course you will. Why didn't you want to stay at the tower?
The Circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it.
I'm glad for your company.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the Circle.
I wanted to make sure you really wanted this.
No, of course I don't. I'm old and unsure of what I'm doing. Actually, I'd rather be in a warm chair in the sun, being served pudding, or some other easily digestible food.
I love Wynn. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
I know. I was just teasing. The ability to laugh at myself is something I developed too late in life. But to allay your fears, yes, I am sure this is what I want.
Well, fantastic. Holy crap. I don't have much more in me here.
What's on your mind?
More Circle crap.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
Oh, apparently I've asked everything I want to ask. Oh my god, my head is just... okay. Is there anything else in here? Document Lilia.
Something I can help with?
Nothing, never mind. Anything else for Alistair?
Your desire is my command.
Yeah, it is. Never mind. I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it. Lillian.
Indeed.
Yes.
I know, a bunch of girls and a dog. But I need to go and find Sten's. Sword. Yeah, I knew what I meant. Doesn't require anything with them running around, but I knew I'd run into Zevran, and Alistair doesn't want Zevran, and Sten always hates
Sire,
people stopping us.
I have more news. Oh, yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Anora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire.
So he didn't even
But
think it was
blight
a real
or
blight.
no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he not?
Marek and I drove those bastards out! Not roll out the welcome for them now!
We need help, Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own! I will lead it through this, Anora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Kaelin?
Kaelin's death was his own doing.
Wait, what? The fudge. Yeah, here it is. I knew it was coming.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Alright, pups and dogs. What's going on? It's a trap! Yeah, I went there. It's a hopping bird. Hop, hoppity hop, hop, hop. See the bird? Cute.
The Grey Warden dies here!
Oh, son of a honky. Do not. Alright, dog. Strength, Constitution. You're gonna need some dexterity or something soon, I think. What's next? Whoa.
Time for more
Well, why the fudge not?
practice.
Alright. Where's Everin?
No mercy. Killing yourself.
Now this is fun.
gotta switch your damn weapon?
Right away. I shall. Nothing but excitement.
That won't stop me. And I'm off. Going.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
That could be easily rectified.
Of that I have no doubt. You are most skilled. If you haven't killed me, however, you must have kept me alive for some purpose, yes?
You seem awfully glib for a prisoner.
It is my way, or so I am told. Let's see then. I assume you kept me alive to ask me some questions, yes? If so, let me save you time and get right to the point. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
Who hired you to kill us?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
Does that mean you're loyal to Logain?
I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes?
Pretty much, yeah.
Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service.
Really, Liliana? Totally copying me. And now that you failed that service?
Oh, well, that's between Logain and the Crows, and between the Crows and myself.
And between you and me.
Isn't that what we're establishing now?
Why are you telling me all this?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely.
Aren't you at least loyal to your employers?
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
I'm listening. Make it quick.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause. So, let me serve you instead.
Can I expect the same amount of loyalty from you?
I happen to be a very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing. In which case, I don't come very well recommended, I suppose.
What do you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Very well. I accept your offer.
Welcome, Zevran. Having an Antivan Crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Alright, let's get the fudge out of here. All I want to do is get frickin' Sten's damn sword. And then Mama's going to bed. It's the Frostback Mountains, y'all. Alright, kids. Get him.
Okay, send his regard.
Holy balls. Alright, Liliana. Something's going on there. We figure it out.
We must have victory.
Anyone got a car that win?
What the hell are you doing all the way over there, Liliana? Women.
Oh, my. I did not expect it to be this crowded.
Step right up, friend, and have a look at the finest selection of almost new armor and weaponry east of Orlais.
Just tell me where the Kunari sword is.
Kunari? I'm afraid I don't know the word.
It would have been pretty large and unwieldy.
All those. I had one, but I sold it already.
Who did you sell it
A
to?
collector. I can't go telling you all about my paying customers. One, it's not ethical. And two, it's bad for business. A lot of my customers are sensitive types. They don't want their personal business related to every stranger who happens along.
Tell me, or I'll let the original owner know where you are.
If I'd known he was still breathing, I would have used a knife. I mean, I'd have been more careful.
Where's the sword now?
Redcliffe. The guy who bought it lives in Redcliffe. He's a collector. A dwarf named Dwyn, I think. I don't want any trouble. If you see that giant, tell him I don't have it, would you? I don't, I swear.
Wait, Dwayne? I know
Well,
him.
he's the proud owner of your giant sword. If you'll excuse me, I have this sudden urge to pack.
Yeah, you better. Alright.
Blood and damnation.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn it, I don't want to fight anymore. I'm so tired. Just want that damn sword.
Never any.
Alright.
Shortage of these ones.
Orders.
The fuck? You keep changing your weapons.
Look now. Not enough. Oh, time to play. Oh, look, wants to fight.
My magic.
Yes. And I'm off. Must. Yes.
There's my dowry.
It shall be as you say.
Now we go into battle. I will fight if I must.
Trap. So simple to see, really. Going. Oh, right.
Yeah, it's the one where Winfell falls over. Everybody's like, oh my god, you're dying.
I fell.
You're gonna break a freaking hit? Are you alright?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
You need rest, that's all.
I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Alright. I need to get Stone Sword. This guy's gonna go crazy and kill more farm families if we don't find it. Alright, let's go. I don't know. Let's just go find Jordan. Get Stone Sword. Poor dude has killed enough innocent people for that damn thing. Hey man.
Go celebrate or whatever you have to do.
I'm looking for the Qunari sword you bought.
Now, why would you be interested in that?
It's mine.
You know, Farron didn't mention the giant he took it from was alive.
Name your price.
6 sovereigns.
Fine.
That wasn't so hard, was it? It's in my strongbox. Here's the key. Now, why don't you leave me alone?
And I'm off.
Take on. I really didn't care how much it would cost. I want Sten to have his sword back. Granted, I could get him to pay me because he'd still, but it doesn't really matter. Bum, 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 bum. I have stayed up way too late the past 2 nights playing this game. And I haven't done that in a long time. Stayed up late to play a video game. Like this, anyway. But I am very determined to finish Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age Awakening, and Dragon Age 2 before Inquisition comes out in 18 days.
Oh, right.
Not that I'm counting or anything. I need a fresh playthrough. I don't know. It's fun.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
What did you find?
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
Okay. You look disturbed.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
Spell of immortality.
Oh, if only 'twere so. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
Are you certain about this?
Indeed. That is primarily what this tome details. The various daughters that Flemeth has acquired, their preparation and training. I recognize all of it. I am to be her next host. This is my purpose.
So what do you intend to do about it?
There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die.
Okay.
I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Very well, I'll help you if I can.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Kakari Wilds without me. If I am present when she is slain, I cannot be certain that she will not be able to possess my body right then, so I must remain at the camp. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
Alright. Oh yeah.
Strange. I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war.
You're welcome, Sten.
I would thank you for this, if I knew how. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the Blight were ended. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Then lead the way.
You. I got Sten. What? I got Sten.
Something I can help with?
Nothing, never mind.
I have been mistaken.
What do you mean?
You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met.
What changed your mind?
You did, of course. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield.
I hope I won't see you then, too.
There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. As you wish.
Your desire is my command.
Dang right it is.
What's on your mind?
Nothing.
It is no trouble.
Alright, yep. This lady is gonna go to bed. Because I'm tired. But I'll probably be playing more tomorrow. Yep. Alright, good night.